Hey guys, Devin here with Daily Fantasy Solutions. We've made some updates to our NHL cheat sheet, and I just wanted to go through quickly and highlight those for you. So we're here at dailyfantasysolutions.com. Find our cheat sheet, you can go to the NHL tab, and the first drop-down menu item is the cheat sheet. So I'm already here. You can see first thing we have is our key. A few things we've added. Last 7, that's just fantasy points over the last week. Again, we'll go over the other things quickly. Are they on the power play? Vegas total. OGA is opponent's goals against. This is based on home and away. That is pretty relevant in hockey because the way hockey works, the home team gets the last match. So what they'll do is the most coaches will take their best defensive line and match them up against the opponent's best offensive line. So you'll see a lot of teams are much better at home or away, depending. So that's why I take into account these splits. TOI, time on ice, and then 2 new things I've added here are some advanced stuff. Corsi 4, high danger chances, scoring chances for. If you're not sure what those are, scroll down here, click here. That's going to open up a tab. It's going to have a glossary. You can find these, read what they are. That'll give you some pretty good explanation. If you don't want to worry about those, that's fine. This is just for those of you who like to look at that kind of stuff. I added that in there. Again, colors, simply color scale. Scroll down here, we've got our goalie key. Same thing, last 7. This is important. Vegas under matchup is the goalie's team's Vegas projection. Vegas under opponent is the opponent's Vegas. The reason I did this is because you want preferably a goalie who is favored, especially on FanDuel where the win is so important. Goals, this is the opponent's goals fours, again, based on home away because that split is very relevant. GAA is goals against average, SV is save percentage. And once again, color scale, that's all it is. Make sure you give that key a read before you look into everything so you understand what you're looking at. And again, if you want to read a little bit more about these advanced stats up here, just click there. It'll take you to a site. You can read about what you're looking at. So now we've got the cheat sheet. We did a video the other day, and essentially everything's the same, but we've reorganized some things and we've added a few things. So first you'll notice that we've separated FanDuel and DraftKings here. And I really like this because now you can take a look, and the scoring is different, so you can take a look at the recent form of players specifically on FanDuel or specifically on DraftKings. So you can come in here, all this is sortable. Come in here, I can see McDavid's really hot, Monahan, etc. Another thing we've added is rank. So this rank takes all this info and essentially just gives it a number. It takes into account Vegas, the opponent's goals. Most of these stats are advanced stats. It's going to take all that into account and spit you out a rank. So in theory, your higher ranked players have potential to be the best players that day. It's not always going to work out like that because that's how sports work, but it's just a really nice way to sort it out like this and see who's in a really nice spot. And I have that specifically for FanDuel and specifically for DraftKings. And again, everything here is sortable. So if I'm playing on DraftKings tonight, I can come in here, sort by the rank. So you can see Matt Duchene here is well above everybody else. Got a nice high total. Opponent gave up a ton of goals on the road last year, and San Jose has been really bad this year. You can see he averaged over a point per game last year, which if you're new to hockey, a point is a goal or an assist. It's very important. Takes decent amount of shots, blocks. Really nice advanced stats so far in the year, and very affordable on both sides. Crosby, another one, always in play. Barkov is one who I really like here. DraftKings price is too low. Come in here, you can see he averaged 1.44 points per game last year. At home, that's really, really good. Also, I want to note that we are still using 2018 data. We will be switching to 2019 data within a day or two. I'm just waiting until every team has played one home or one road game, or one home and one road game. Which should be happening in the next day or two. So a guy like Cody Glass here, his ranking's pretty low, but keep in mind that's because he has no stats. So I threw him on here and labeled him as a value because despite his ranking, he is a good play. Um, Decent Vegas total, playing on the power play, second line. He's cheap. If you need the value, he's definitely there. Just the lack of stats is the reason his rank is so low. Well, that, like I said, that'll be fixed when we switch to the updated stats, and I'm really excited about that because that's going to give us a really accurate look into great plays every single day. Um, so yeah, that's what you see here. All the positions are the same. If you don't know hockey very well, I would suggest um, recent form is something a lot of people lean on, so definitely something worth looking at. Utilize the rank. Um, Preferably, you want your guys on the power play and top two lines. Vegas totals, you want um, higher total players. I usually shoot for 3 goals on up, is what I typically tend to build around. But if you land on some Vegas guys or Washington guys, that's fine. Even Carolina guys down here. Um, another one I really like is points per game. Because again, we want points. Time on ice is also important. You want your guy on the ice. So if you don't know the sport very well, you don't have to worry about these advanced stats. If you're playing on DraftKings, one thing they've changed is they've changed your scoring. Shots and blocks now are very important. So you can come in here, if you're stuck between, um, if you're stuck between paying up for Crosby or Monahan, you can take a look and see, okay, Crosby takes more shots, he gets more blocks. He might be more likely to get to the bonuses on DraftKings, so I'll play Crosby. That's how you can utilize that stuff. And again, it's all sortable, which is really nice. And again, you've got same thing here. You've also got your labels at the end. Those are how I suggest going about them. If you disagree and you think, uh, listen, this guy's on fire, I want to play him cash, that's fine. This is just my suggestion. Come down here, we've got defense is the same, and then the last thing here is we've got goalie. Goalie's a little bit different, but again, separated by site. You've got your recent form. You've got your Vegas like we talked about. So this is the goalie's Vegas total. This is the opponent's Vegas total. So you can come in here. I've already sorted it by the lowest total. So you can see Edmonton has a super low total against Varlamov. Rittich as well is getting the Kings, who have a super low total. You can see FanDuel, they're nice and cheap, so they're definitely in play. Varlamov is really cheap on DraftKings, so he might see some ownership. Then you can come in, take into account their recent form on the year. So that's how you're utilizing all this stuff. It really is pretty basic and straightforward. If you have questions, you can hit me up. The best way to do it is become a VIP. Then we can chat directly. I will gladly answer any and all questions you have. You can show me your lineup thoughts. I'll give my honest opinion on them. And the other thing is, as part of a VIP, you get our core plays, which is usually 4 or 5 plays, and then you can utilize the cheat sheet to fill in the remaining spots. So if you have any questions, again, just hit me up on Twitter. You can hit up my personal, or you can hit up the team, and we'll gladly get right back to you. Thank you.